Hey guys, Johnny Goode here for Real Home Studio. Today we're having a look at Comica's CVM-V30 Pro. You can see it here in the background, mounted onto a Nikon D5100. It's a directional condenser shotgun video microphone. Let's get reviewing. Okay, so the V30 Pro comes in a box. Very nice. Inside the box is some plastic. Inside the plastic is a nice little booklet. You get another booklet and a warranty card and a little packet of silica gel to make sure everything stays nice and dry. You also get quite a nice dead cat wind protector here, pretty above and beyond what I was expecting. And the mic itself, obviously camera not included, so I think it fits pretty much to most DSLRs. As I said at the start, this is a Nikon D500 which it's attached to no problem, so it's just a cable straight out and it'll go into your mic in of your camera. Fits onto the top here, no worries at all, just a screw fitting. And comes with a shock mount and a little bit of wind protection as well on the top. All in all, looks very stylish and does the job, no problems whatsoever. Just a quick glance at the box, you can see that it's super cardioid, so it will record sound from dead on in front and generally reject sound from the sides and rear of the mic. It's got some excellent shock absorbing, and that'll be this shock mount which it's placed on, so it kind of, any serious jolts aren't going to affect the microphone too much. It also has 10 dB adjustable sensitivity. We'll come back to that in a bit. It's got super anti-interference. It's got a low cut filter. It's got a wind muff, we just looked at that. It's got low self noise, and it's easy to install. Well, super easy to install. Okay, so we're going to look at some of those things right away. So, as I said, comes with a nice kind of shock mount which is already fitted to it. On the back we've got some options. We've got to either have the mic flat or we can put in a low shelf. So it's just going to roll off some of the low end rumble, which you can do in post or you could do beforehand. So, you know, if you're in a space which is maybe like right now where someone's mowing the lawn, that could come in handy, you know, in the background. You also have the option to add 10 decibels, which I was kind of expecting it to be a cut, which would have, in my mind, been a bit more handy. If you're in a loud environment, you can take 10 dB off. Like if you're recording a band or you're just in a noisy space, that can be quite handy to avoid you clipping. So it's kind of a bit weird for me that it's got a 10 dB boost. I can't imagine me using that too much. But you've got an on and an off and the boost in the middle, and then you can choose between the low cut on and off as well. Okay, well, that's the kind of aesthetics of it. Like I say, it fits very nice and snug, no problems with connecting it whatsoever. Worked straight away as soon as I was plugged in. Great, and just bypasses the internal microphone. So next thing we want to do, now we've looked at that, is to get the microphone on the tripod and let's have a listen and check it out. Okay, so the Comica V30 Pro shotgun mic is now attached onto my Nikon D5100. So we're capturing sound solely from that microphone, which is directly plugged into the camera. Okay. You can probably already hear a difference from the studio mic that we were using at the start. I'm just going to read an excerpt from Complete Guitar Player about tuning your guitar to give you a further idea of what the mic's sounding like. Check the tuning of your guitar every time you pick it up. What you play will sound better, and the tuning process will help you develop your ear and sense of pitch. The easiest way to tune your strings is to match them with the guitar strings played on the CD, if you've bought the book and CD version. Many players use electronic tuners, which will check the pitch of each string. Another possibility is to use relative tuning after one string has been tuned correctly. Okay, so as well as checking the mic, we've all learned a little bit about guitar tuning. Okay, we're in a very still studio environment. We've got a little bit of sound absorption and the windows are closed. It's also a pretty damn hot day today, and it's very still. So I've got really, there's no point in me going outside and checking the extra dead cat wind muff attachment. So we're going to turn on a fan, and by the magic of video, we're going to check it that way. So start the fans, please. Okay, so the fan is now on. We're simulating a pretty windy day, and it's certainly quite changeable. And it's fluttering the wind absorber quite well. So let's read the same piece again, and let's just check that the dead cat's doing its job. Check the tuning of your guitar every time you pick it up. What you play will sound better, and the tuning process will help to develop your ear or sense of pitch. The easiest way to tune your strings is to match them with the guitar strings played on the CD, if you have bought this book and CD version. Many players use electronic tuners which check the pitch of each string. Another possibility is to use relative tuning after one string has been tuned correctly. Okay, well hopefully that's doing its job. I won't know until I get to edit this, so we'll check it out. I'll tell you what, I feel a lot nicer now we've got the fan on. Anyway, we're going to go back now to the studio mic and onto the other camera and just give our overall sum up of the Comica's V30 Pro directional condenser shotgun video microphone. So there we go, Comica's microphone. Here it is here, detached from the Nikon. It's covered in a bit of wind prevention fluff. A very nice little mic. Nice and lightweight, which just will attach onto your DSLR. Couple of things which bugged me. First of all, let's get them out of the way quickly. The 10 dB thing, I would have much rather a cut rather than a boost. That just kind of seems a bit strange to me, because, you know, the one thing you don't want to be doing is clipping your recordings. The other thing, as it's described as a pro mic, I would have loved to have seen, and this is a bit of a bug from someone that comes more from an audio background than a video background, is some sort of metering, no matter kind of even how crude, even if it's one clip LED at the very least, just to give you an idea that you know that what you're videoing at source on the sound isn't going to be clipping, and you're not going to be massively disappointed when you get home and you've got useless audio. And even better than that would be like 3 or 4 lights, just so you could meter where the volume was at the very least, so you could move further away from the source, or if you had a 10 dB cut, could take some sound away. So a couple of things which I think Comica could think about. But on the plus side, it's nice that they have added a roll-off switch for the low end. That's kind of cool. It's nice and lightweight, go in your camera bag really easily. It's a lot better than using the built-in camera mic, which is on the camera, which is not great at all, to be honest. This, I'm sure, will be an awful lot better. And you're going to be picking up less camera sound as well from the internal workings of the camera. So if you're looking for a bit more of a pro sound, and you're a videographer and you just want to do maybe some interviews and some work on the fly, and you don't want to be bringing with you a separate audio pack, and then of course you've got to sync all that together afterwards, this is certainly a quicker, easier option. You might want to be having a look at Comica's V30 Pro for your DSLR camera. I'm Jonny Goode for Real Home Studio. Have yourself a great day.